Hello Virgo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the first half of January. Happy New Year, everyone. I do hope that it's serving you well thus far. So let's go ahead and take a look at some issues and challenges when it comes to your heart connection with a particular person. And ultimately, if you guys can overcome whatever those issues and challenges are. General reading as always, Virgo, so it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this what makes sense for you, release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And of course, I will include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today. So let's begin. These are the 3 decks that we will be using to get things started for your reading, for your focus messages. This one is by Angelic Revelation 144, Top Secret deck, and then this is Truth Rising by Fire Witch Tarot. The 3rd deck is the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. So let's begin and see how things play out for you this time around, Virgo. And of course, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in are certainly welcome. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo for your bonus reading. All right, so what is top secret that you need to be made aware of at this time when it comes to your connection? And I like to call them heart connections because definitely it's 2 hearts that are either going through some challenges or obstacles right now. What is in your heart space? What are they feeling? What are you feeling? Okay, so first message, I feel lost without you. Whoever it is that has your heart, Virgo, this is the message. They feel lost without you. And if it's a mutual feeling, if you are feeling the same way, you could be tapped into that energy for yourself, feeling just as lost without this individual. All right, so let's go ahead and grab a message from the Truth Rising deck. So right from the beginning, they are coming through with that message. I feel lost without you in my life. So there is this void, there is this emptiness that your person is feeling, Virgo, because you're not with them. All right, so let's grab another message here, paving the way for your reading and where it's going to go. We have a smoker. Okay, so maybe your person could be a smoker and you as well could be a smoker. So that's just a very specific message that's coming through for the collective. I want to grab another one here because not everyone is going to resonate with that. We have a succubus here, seduces and manipulates men. This could have been a challenge for some of you, dealing with a particular person, perhaps who was keeping an eye, or they have their eye on your person, specifically a man, of course, okay? So if you are a woman tuning in, resonating with this message, perhaps there was a succubus type energy from someone who interfered in a partnership that you had with your divine masculine. Okay, so those are the 2 messages, and also your masculine could be a smoker here. So let's add another message here from the Soul Activation Oracle deck. So I wasn't really planning on pulling 2 cards from that deck. I was just guided to it, and maybe there's a reason for that, Virgo. Okay, so let's add another message here. We have teach. This is picking up off of the crown chakra. Okay, the crown chakra could be tapped into spiritualism, enlightenment. Okay, and also it does say amethyst, so maybe that's your favorite crystal for some of you. It's one of mine for sure. So what I'm getting from this is there's a lesson that needs to be learned. Someone was meant to teach you that lesson maybe, or it could be just life wanting you to learn something. You're meant to learn something is what I keep getting. Okay, so let's open it up to the rest of the messages and see what comes through here. So since we are tapped into issues and challenges, we're going to start things off with the issues deck. This is another deck by Fire Witch Tarot. So let's see what the issues are that some of you guys are dealing with. You don't have to resonate with each and every card that comes through here. Let's just take a look and see what the various issues that are popping up for the collective. So take whichever one of these resonates with your situation and the person that you have a heart connection with. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. Someone's grouchy, okay? Mad for no reason. They're never in the right mood. There's a reason for that as well. And maybe you also get into those moods, Virgo, where you're grouchy and you're just not in the mood to be dealing with your person sometimes. We have too soon, fell in love too fast. Okay, so if you're able to resonate with this particular message, for some of you, maybe things just progress too quickly to the point where it, as it says, it just moved way too fast, and maybe it scared someone away. It either scared you away or scared them away. That could be part of the lesson that needs to be learned here. But look at this next card. We have under surveillance 24/7, being watched closely all the time. What I'm kind of getting from this is whoever freaked out a little bit too much when things were moving too fast, and maybe they detached themselves from you, if I can speak today. Maybe they detached themselves from you, Virgo. And once they did that, maybe they regret creating this distance and separation between the two of you, regretting some of the decisions that they've made. They could be grouchy all on their own based off of unhappy choices that they've made in their life. And certainly that includes being in separation with you, because they're coming through letting you know, I feel lost without you. And so what I get from this is, even though you guys are more than likely at a distance from one another, you might not even be talking to this person right now or interacting, there's a way for them to keep an eye on you somehow. This could be on social media for some of you guys, because you're being watched, as it says, being watched closely all the time. This is all day, every second, 24/7. So I'm kind of feeling they could even be obsessed with you because they created this distance. It could also be your person that has this lesson to learn. This is interesting as well. Extreme jealousy. Okay. Insecurity triggers. Highly possessive. Feels threatened easily. If you dealt with a partner, Virgo, who tends to be extremely jealous, that is a huge issue because it creates a lot of drama. You guys might even get into arguments if you resonate with that. And if what some of you guys were arguing about was because of, for example, another woman who was trying to come after your man, and you know, that definitely creates just a lot of complications in a partnership. And if this created a lot of drama and you guys ended up breaking up because of that, and maybe somebody moved on here, so someone's coming through that they're super jealous of either you, Virgo, if you've already moved on to somebody, or if they know that someone else is interested in you. You could have somebody here who is just, they're losing their mind. They're lost without you, and they're very jealous because you're getting attention maybe from other people. Look at this. We have rude. Offensively impolite and ill-mannered. Asshole. It says it right there. Grouchy and rude. This could have also contributed to why maybe you distanced yourself from this person. You know, you weren't going to be putting up with them treating you poorly or impolitely. So you could have taken a stand here and decided to break free. And now they've got some regrets here. And I'm getting for some of you, maybe when your person is stressed out, they tend to smoke a little bit too much. I feel like grabbing one more card from this deck. What else for Virgo? What else? What other issues and challenges need to come through for the collective? We've got brown nosing. Loves to rub things in your face. And I mean, I've experienced that myself, and it's annoying as hell. You know, especially if you guys have already worked things out, or if you've already talked about it, and maybe you even thought, okay, we've dealt with it, we've moved on from it, we've learned lessons from it. But if they keep bringing shit up, that's really annoying. And if they keep rubbing things in your face, especially if they are blaming you for something, or again, if they're jealous and they're kind of just putting in their 2 cents or butting in where they have no business butting in. So that as well could be quite challenging. And then we have online dating coming through here. Seeking love online, social media, connect online dating sites. So for some of you guys that may have been on these sites, because we do have under surveillance 24/7. So take that, of course, only if it resonates for you. For those of you on dating sites, and maybe you've met your person online and they're checking you out, they're keeping their eye on you. Or for those of you who detached from a relationship that you knew it ran its course, maybe you're now open to online dating and just seeing what the possibilities, certainly of this new year, can bring in if you're single. And then last card, we've got no closure. So if you have had no closure, for example, Virgo, in regard to a particular heart connection, we'll take a look and see what else comes through here to hopefully bring you the closure that you need. Or it is your person, because they're feeling lost and empty. There's this void, this emptiness, because you're not with them. Maybe they as well need to work on this, that they haven't had proper closure in their life, in their heart. Okay, so those are some of the issues that are popping up for the collective. So, you know, whichever one resonates most with you. So continuing to take a look at what the challenges are, we'll go ahead and pull some messages from the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon. And of course, if you don't identify with a twin flame connection, you don't have to resonate with that type of label. We're just focusing on the messages here. So this particular deck, it's bringing up the shadows, and shadows can be challenging. So let's see. So this gives us an indication of what's going on for some of you. Okay. Shocking. Okay, so either they did something really shocking, or maybe something that happened between the two of you and you could have given them an ultimatum, and that could have shocked them as well. Or something happened here between the two of you that could have certainly been unexpected. You could have even had something really traumatic happen between the two of you. We have insecure. Okay. So when things kind of unraveled in the partnership, somebody lost their confidence, and this could be you as well, Virgo, where it made you feel very insecure because of maybe some shocking news that you received, or shocking news that you delivered to someone, because it can go both ways. We have self-indulgent here. And, you know, it's interesting because we already have the smoker right here. Sometimes when I see this card, I kind of pick up off of people who are drinking too much, or overindulging, maybe eating too much, or just doing too much of something to where it ends up being obsessive or toxic, and it's just not a healthy behavior. And then we've got this ruthless energy, okay? So someone who is in this ruthless vibe, they tend to be very cold and very cold-hearted and emotionless sometimes, and they could be really mean and cruel, you know? We already have rude right here, as well as grouchy. So I have a feeling here, Virgo, that this could have been what you encountered with a particular person, which could have resulted in you guys going your separate ways. It's either that, or they really pissed you off and then you just were very rude to them, or you just were very cold-hearted towards them. It could go either way, but I'm really feeling for the collective that this could be a person that you are dealing with. And then we've got non-action presenting itself here. So right now there's not a whole lot going on between the two of you. That might actually be a blessing here, Virgo. If nothing's happening between you and someone that you detach from because things were not working there, or they were mean to you or rude to you, if they weren't treating you right, Maybe this is actually a good thing if there's nothing happening between the two of you. But I can tell you, even though they're not reaching out, even though they're not calling you or texting you or bothering you in any way, shape, or form right now, they're still checking you out, more than likely on social media. So if you guys are able to follow each other still that way, then maybe that's their way of keeping tabs on you. What else here? Yeah, disconnected. Okay, I do feel this for some of you guys, that you disconnected from somebody that you needed to get away from. Something wasn't working for you anymore, Virgo. This could be representative of past issues and challenges for some of you as well. If you are listening to this and you find that you've already experienced this and it's a thing of the past and you've moved on from this type of drama, good for you, you know? But I do feel this for some of you guys, that this might be what you're going through currently. Let's grab a couple more messages here. When it comes to the shadows of this partnership, we have power. Okay, so if it's coming up as a shadow, maybe your person has abused that power that they had during the relationship, or someone who's feeling actually powerless. And lastly, we have pain. Okay, it's interesting how that's falling right below no closure. Someone didn't get closure here, and so they're still feeling that pain. They're still being triggered by it, and it's very, very challenging and painful. They feel it. They definitely feel it, Virgo. And I'm picking up here that the reason why they're in so much pain in their heart space is because they kind of know they messed up. I'm just feeling that they messed up. They're feeling lost without you. They have some regrets here. They still have lessons perhaps that they need to learn, and life is trying to teach them these lessons. So we'll have to add to this and see where else this is going to go here. All right, so I wanted to continue to use my new deck. This is my modern day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. So if you're interested in this particular deck as well as any of the other ones, the links for all of them are down below based off of the creator's website. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What else do we need to know here when it comes to the issues and challenges that you've been dealing with? Can you guys overcome this? Or is it just time for you to forget about it and move on? So this card is coming up in the reverse. We've got the maple tree card. So in the reverse, it's feeling off balance. It is tapped into something that ended. Somebody who isn't feeling strong, they're feeling weak. These are broken promises. Somebody who is very greedy of perhaps their material goods, or even greedy of their time and energy. This is someone who's clueless. Okay? It's almost like you got to point things out to this person. They just don't seem to get it. And at the end of the day, the maple tree in the reverse represents stagnant energy, which kind of makes sense to me because we already have the non-action card right there. So it's stagnant because there's nothing happening. We do have the King of Swords. So for some of you, my feminines, maybe your masculine could be an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. The King of Swords is very intellectual, a clear thinker. They're all about that mental clarity and structure and routine. This person tends to be very rational minded. They are a man of authority. You know, they tend to think with their head rather than their heart. Could also represent a father figure. So some of you guys could have already had children together, or this person could already have children from previous relationships. What else, please, for Virgo? We've got the Three of Wands, picking up off of fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So I'm really liking this because the Three of Wands represents looking ahead. We already have the reversed maple tree card here, which is stagnant energy, as I've mentioned. So with the Three of Wands, you are thinking about the future, forward planning, what the future has in store for you. Not just in regard to your love life either, Virgo. This includes other areas of your life where you just really want to maybe see what it is that you can implement in your life to create change, whether that's career related, health related, other relationships, your family, your friends, and of course, romantic connections. Because the Three of Wands is letting us know here that you'll be happy with the choices that you ultimately either have already made or will be making. Now, for some of you guys, the Three of Wands can represent a long distance romance. So if that's something that applies to you, okay, so it's coming through here, or that was not working for you. The whole long distance thing was not working for you. And that could have also been a contributing factor to you ending a situation, a connection. We've got the Four of Swords coming up. Okay, so the Four of Swords, it's a resting period. It's relaxation. It's recuperation time. It's somebody who just needs to be able to spend time alone to be able to figure things out, because this can be a very stressful card. Somebody who is facing their fears or just overwhelmed by their fears and anxieties. And it is mental overload. You know, it's just taking on too much, and you just need time to assess everything before you can move forward. So as I was saying, you know, stagnant energy, non-action, maybe that could be a good thing for some of you, especially if you just need to spend time alone, needing that solitude time, which is very hermit-like. And the Hermit card in tarot is picking up off of Virgo energy. So take it if you need it. This is one of the new court cards in this deck. It's the Baron of Air. Okay, and we've got the King of Swords. So both of these cards representing typically divine masculine energy. Again, air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So for some of you guys, that could be your masculine here. Okay, very similar in energy in that they're extremely intelligent. The Baron of Air is someone who is well educated, financially stable, loves a great conversation. This is someone who is very friendly and reliable. And that's interesting considering some of you guys were dealing with someone who was rude, okay, ruthless, grouchy. So the person that you ultimately would have great chemistry with could be this masculine air sign here. Because this person won't be rude to you. They're not going to treat you that way. They're not going to disrespect you in that way. In the capacity of a husband, a spouse, the Baron of Air is very loyal. And as a father figure, very protective of the family. Okay, so both of these cards, again, representing air, father figures, very intelligent person. This person has their act together. You know, they're able to provide for themselves, a family. So this could either represent a future connection with someone who embodies these qualities, or this could be your person that you're thinking about, Virgo, and maybe you guys are at a distance from one another. And also if they've grown, if they've worked on themselves, if they recognize how they were to you before, maybe they have worked on themselves. That could be a part of what it is that they're learning here. Coming through now and emerging as a better version of themselves as the King of Swords or the Baron of Air. Look at this. We've got Archangel Chamuel followed by the Angel of Light. Okay, so Archangel Chamuel, I am the angel of peaceful relationships. I can help bring the right person into your life, your ideal mate. I can help you become closer with your current partner. I can help you heal any conflicts in your relationships, attract new love, and strengthen your existing connections. If you crave intimacy in your life, I can assist you with that too. Okay, so whatever area of your romantic life, especially Virgo, that you need assistance in, Archangel Chamuel is here to help you to restore peace in your partnerships. And then we have the Angel of Light. And it says, in order to recognize the gift you are to others, you must recognize the gift you are to yourself. In order to see the light in the one you love, you must see the light within yourself. I am here to illuminate the path towards your enlightenment. There is a way out, a light at the end of the tunnel. Go ahead, take that first step. I'll be there when you do. Okay, so you've got the assistance here, Virgo, of an amazing archangel as well as the angel of light to help you through this journey, to help you overcome the issues and the challenges that you have dealt with, especially in your love life in regard to your heart connection here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this and see where else this can go for you. So I wanted to grab some additional cards from the Love Games deck. This one is by Sister Moon Tarot. So let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What else do we need to know when it comes to your bonus reading here, Virgo? All right, and I forgot to mention, you guys are actually getting your bonus reading first because, once again, you guys came in first as the most viewed video for the first half of January reading. So thank you guys as always. We have Lifesaver, okay? So some of you could certainly see a particular person as someone who saved your life, somebody who brought quality and happiness into your life. Also, I'm feeling that because your person is feeling so lost without you, they see you in this way. Okay. Look at this, needing guidance. I kind of feel these two go together. They're feeling lost without you. So it's almost like they're looking for signs, some sort of reprieve, some sort of help from the universe to help them be able to find their way back to you, perhaps. Okay, we have playing it safe. So maybe they're just really treading lightly here as to how they can fix this, on how to communicate with you, how to make amends for the way they treated you. Playing it safe, okay? You guys have already been through the stormy times. You've been through those issues and challenges, and that's what we're focusing on here. You've been through that, but I really do feel, based off of what has come through here from the tarot deck especially, that you guys can find peace once again in the partnerships that you are focused on for this reading. We have blossoming, okay? So something still has the capability of growing between the two of you. So it's not dead in the water, so to speak. It can still come back to life. This could also be indicative of the spring season for some of you, okay? So maybe in a few months, things will start growing once again between you and your person. We have dream state here, so maybe they're dreaming about you. They're seeing you in their dreams. For some of you also, you might be interacting in the 5D. Look at that. We've got engagements coming through as well. Yes, of course, that could be a proposal of marriage for some of you with a reconnection. Once peace has been restored in your partnership, it could progress forward as far as commitment, long-term commitment, engagements, proposals, and marriage. Okay, so that's what's coming through from that deck. So yes, there are issues. Yes, there are challenges, and there's definitely something coming through from the shadows that need to be addressed when it comes to you and your person, Virgo. But I can't help but feel that this is something that you guys can overcome. Okay, so I wanted to also introduce a brand new deck that I created. It's called the He Said, She Said Oracle. So we're going to grab some dialogue messages here, and each card has a message from the masculine and a message from the feminine. So we'll grab a few from this deck, Virgo, and let's take a look and see, get the conversation going between the two of you. And as always, take whichever ones you're most resonating with. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What is it that you guys need to say to each other? How would the conversation go if you guys were able to speak face to face or even online, or however way that communication needs to come in. All right, so let's grab a few cards from here. Let's get that dialogue going. What does the masculine need to say, and what is the feminine's response? Okay, he said, "You and I are so lucky to have found each other in this lifetime." She said, "I don't believe in luck. You and I, it was destiny." Fate. Okay, so you guys were destined to actually meet in this lifetime, Virgo. It was a fated connection. Yes, it's had its issues because that's what we're focusing on here. But your masculine is still feeling quite fortunate that you guys connected. And now that you guys more than likely are in separation, they are feeling lost without you. So you guys were destined to connect. What else, please? He said, "I know I've said things to hurt you. Please accept my apology." She said, "Apology accepted. I don't want to hurt anymore. I'm ready to heal." Love it. Okay, so this masculine recognizing that maybe he was rude, he was grouchy, didn't treat the feminine right. And, you know, my feminines, maybe you're just at a point where you're just ready to move on from this. And the only way to do that is to come to a point in your heart for forgiveness, to accept that apology, and see where this ultimately can go. Look at this next card. He said, "If you ever change your mind, I'll be waiting." She said, "I hope you don't mind waiting as I heal. It may take me some time." So this is a card of patience. And it's interesting because going back to this message right here, the feminine letting the masculine know, it's like, look, I don't want to hurt anymore. I'm ready to heal. But that healing is going to take time. The next card is nostalgia. He said, "I think about you and the happy times we've shared." She said, "They were great times, weren't they?" So you guys definitely had some good times. It wasn't always, you know, issues and challenges. It wasn't always a rocky partnership. It wasn't always dealing with obstacles. There were good times there. And this is letting us know that certainly the masculine still thinking about those happy times and being reflective of that when it comes to the connection with the feminine. Let's grab a couple more. He said, "I have never desired anyone as much as I desire you." She said, "I can feel this intense passion between us and it drives me crazy." So regardless of whatever's been going on between the two of you, Virgo, that desire, the passion, that's still lingering. That is still lingering. And last card. He said, "I promise to always be there for you whenever you need me." She said, "I guess that means forever then, because I'll need you for the rest of my life." So these could have even been promises that you guys had made towards each other. And with the challenges that presented itself, you know, maybe these promises were forgotten or broken. But if you guys can have the same vision for what the future has in store, then you guys can overcome whatever these obstacles and challenges are. And I just happened to glance at the bottom of the deck here. He said, "You are my one and only true love." She said, "I've never known love so pure and true until you came into my life. And without each other, maybe you're both feeling lost. Maybe there is that void that you're both feeling without the other in your life. But there's definitely healing that's needed here, and that healing will take time." Okay, so that's what's presenting itself from those cards there. So I wanted to also grab some insight from, I rely on this deck quite a bit because it's so insightful. Okay, so this is my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Let's grab some additional guidance here, Virgo, for you, for your bonus reading. And then we'll wrap things up. So yeah, you guys have dealt with some issues for sure. But you've got Archangel Chamuel restoring peace, and the Angel of Light helping you to find illumination in your own life, Virgo. And perhaps that's where the healing comes in. Look at this, love notes. I love you, I love you, I love you. Maybe you really needed to know this, that they still love you, that they still care for you. What else for Virgo? We have hope. We all know what it feels like to be disappointed, heartbroken, left empty by promises that remain unkept. So yeah, I was just mentioning that there were promises that were broken and unkept. Then one day life hands you a glimmer of hope that you're not meant to live this life disappointed, heartbroken, and empty. It never feels like it at the time, but the journey is always worth it. Okay, so definitely going back to this, life is teaching you guys lessons that need to be learned. Okay? The journey is always worth it in the end. We have declaration, and this tattoo right here says, I love you. Your person could also be known for having tattoos. So this card says fear, shyness, apprehension, hesitation, uncertainty, rejection, anxiety. It stops us from saying it, but it's always so nice to hear it from the one who matters most to your heart. So if they haven't been able to express themselves, Virgo, something as simple as telling you that they love you, okay? They might be tapped into their fears, afraid to speak, afraid to reach out, apprehensive, anxious, afraid that you will reject them, okay? But they want so badly to be able to express themselves to you in this way. We have love dance. There's no one else on this planet I'd want to go through this dance of life with. You are my other half, my best friend, my lover, my +1, my person, my soulmate. Let's dance this dance together for the rest of our days. That's so beautiful. Okay, and also, maybe you guys really love to dance. Some reference to music here and just enjoying this time together. Look at this. And then we've got Kismet. So remember this message that came through, if I can find it, is fate. Okay. So Kismet basically means destiny. You and this person, you guys were destined to connect in this lifetime. So this card reads, you and I were two lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right. We found each other. And you'll find each other again, Virgo. I don't think it's done. We also have wait. Sometimes having patience is excruciating. Absolutely. And that goes back to this card of patience. It is excruciating. It's hard to wait. It goes on to say, we just want to take action, try to fix what's broken, what's not working in our relationships. Allow divine timing to do its thing. Don't make any hasty decisions. Take a deep breath. Just relax and wait. Just wait. What's meant for you will come back to you. And last card, look at this. Commitment. Who would have thought one day, one smile, one person could change another's path? A shared vision, a shared destiny, a shared love that will last beyond this lifetime. And I do feel this for some of you guys, that maybe your person, again, going back to one of those cards where it said things were just moving too fast, too soon, fell in love too fast, and maybe they weren't looking for anything serious. They weren't ready to fall in love. They weren't looking for a commitment. But part of this journey, it seems, is that this is where you guys are going to end up, towards commitment and being together in the way that will both fulfill you and make you both happy, filling that emptiness, that void. And bottom of the deck, we've got road trip. I will walk through life with you any day, any time, always and forever. Just hold my hand and don't ever let me go. Let's travel this journey together. As long as you're with me, the road ahead will be an amazing adventure. So I have a feeling here, Virgo, that those adventures are not over, that you are meant to have more adventures with your person. the one that truly has captured your heart. I don't think it's a done deal between the two of you, and maybe 2021 is when things can finally start moving. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope whatever part of this bonus reading resonated with you, that it offered you the advice you could use at this time. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. Thank you guys so very much. Take care. Bye-bye.